Guys, really happy to be back here just for the start. There's a few faces that I remember from the last time I was here. I had a fantastic time, and the reason I had a fantastic time is because every one of the guys that I worked with enjoyed the rugby, and one of the main reasons they enjoyed the rugby is because we were winning. There's no substitute for it. There's nothing makes it any easier. Winning is what we play the game for, and that's what makes it exciting. That's what makes you want to come down to training, and that's what attracts people coming down here. I want to try and recreate that. I can only do that with the help of you guys. There's a lot of faces here that I don't know, and I'm really excited to be working with, to pass on my experience in the past 25, 26 years that I've gathered, alright, at various levels. And one thing that I enjoy about rugby is I like a laugh. You ask any of the weird boys, ask Andy, ask Mike, ask Jock, all the rest of them, I love a laugh and I love a good crack. However, I am deadly serious about my rugby. Discipline's a big thing part of me, alright? I like a laugh and a joke. When we cross the whitewash, listen to me, listen to Ecky. If you don't agree with what we're saying, come and speak to me after training. I have no problem telling me, George, I think you're wrong, I don't agree with you, I think we're doing it wrong. I have absolutely no problem with that. I'll listen to you. However, do not talk back to me or question me during the training, or I will bite the fucking face right off you. So that's the boys that were here last time. I will do it. It's not personal. Alright? I don't care what you think. Speak to me after the game and then we'll discuss it. Because all I want, and I don't care how we achieve it, is to get the best out of you bunch of guys now. Alright? A couple of wee things. Training. Tuesday, Thursday. I appreciate it. I'm used to being in a professional environment. Alright? This is amateur. So I fully appreciate you guys have got to work for a living. If you cannot make training, and I'm sure the coaches before me, give me a phone call. Give me a valid reason, alright, and I'll consider it. If you don't turn up for training Tuesday or Thursday, it makes it really hard for me to pick you. And I don't care if you're the best player on the team. Alright? I'll tell everybody the same thing. You show me what you've got regarding this club and how much you want to play for this team. I don't care how old you are, I don't care how young you are, I'll pick you. If you're the best guy available, I'll pick you. I don't have any reputations for any one of you guys. I don't care who you played for, how many times you played for them. For me, slate's clean. Show me your passion, show me your pride for this club. That's all I can ask for you. Any questions? No? Good, let's get into it.
Well, George, congratulations and welcome back to Gala.
Yeah, thanks very much. It's been a long time since I've been here, either working with the Borders or working with Gala. It's been, I think, 4 or 5 years, but you know, the last time I was here, it was a very, very enjoyable time, and I think it was enjoyable for everybody, and I'd like to try and make the days happen again.
So how did it all come about? You sort of coming at short notice back to Neverdale?
Yeah, well, I left Italy a little bit earlier. My wife wasn't really happy over there. I was living on my own, and I didn't really want to spend another year on my own in a big apartment myself. So we came to a mutual agreement that I would leave. And at this time of the year, most of the professional jobs are taken up, or in the current climate, there's none going around. So I was very, very fortunate that the people at Gala came and asked me if I would take up this post. And to be honest with you, I never really hesitated.
I think your name was linked to the Edinburgh job as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, obviously, you know, I knew I was coming back, and I was in for a few jobs. There was a few jobs down south, and there was obviously an Edinburgh job. But you know, like any other person, sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't.
So you're back at Gala, not the player coach this time. You won't be.
No, I think I'm a little bit too old for the player coach now. Although I did enjoy my time here, but as I say, I've learned a hell of a lot of things since then, and I'll try and do my best to impart them on the team.
Because since you were the Scottish forwards coach, you were quoted as saying that you actually learnt, as you say, in the last year, probably more in the last year than you have in the last 2 or 3 years. Yeah,
I learned a lot up at the national team. I think it was a good experience working with professional players, and you obviously learn a lot of things with how the game goes, and at that level you do try to take a lot of things in. But it's always a good thing to come back down to this level and try and work with the guys that are maybe not as experienced as them, and as I say, try and impart some of the skills that I've learned from there to these guys.
And of course, the door isn't closed to anything for the future.
No, I mean, it's like anything else. I'd rather be working here, working with Gala and trying to get them better. And if anything comes along, then at least it's a stepping stone.
Now, we saw you just now introduce yourself, or you were introduced to some of the players, and I was sitting down there, I was terrified. You don't stand any nonsense, do you?
Well, I think people that know me know my background, and as much as I like a laugh and a joke, there has to be a certain amount of discipline involved in the team. Not to say that it's always going to be, my way or the highway. As I said, I do like a laugh and a joke, but rugby is serious when it needs to be serious, and I think a lot of the players that are still here from the last time I was here understand that's the way I am. When I decide that things need to be serious, then it's serious, and when it's not, then they'll know about it.
So how do you begin? Is it a clean slate right across the board?
Of course, it has to be. I've been away for 4 or 5 years from Gala. As I said, I know a few of the guys, but there's so many younger boys that were playing in the under 18s, under 16s when I was here that are now, like 20, 21, 22, that I don't really know. So I'm really excited to look forward to them, see what they've got to offer, and for myself and Ecky to get this team back on the winning track.
Well, we wish you the very best of luck. We'll have a word with Ecky now,
Definitely.
who's over here. And Ecky, it's reward for you for a fantastic few years with Gala Wanderers, and of course the second 15 you took all the way to the title last season.
Well, it is a reward, yeah, but I wouldn't like to say that I've done all that on myself. I had a couple of good coaches alongside me at the Wanderers and at the Gala Seconds, but obviously I'm up for the challenge moving up to the first team.
Now, we've had obviously Gary Parker, the regime with Richie Gray. How different from their style are you and George going to be?
Well, I think, like George already said, I think there has to be a bit of fun involved in it, but when it comes to hard work, we've got to do the hard work as well. We can have a bit of joke and whatnot in between doing the drills, but when it comes to doing the drills, we have to switch on and do the business.
And it's going to be a hell of a Premier too, isn't it? 5 local derbies there.
Yeah, it'll be interesting rugby, but to be honest, I think Gala's always been a team that gets herself up for border derbies rather as opposed to some of the other games that we play. So having 5 teams in it, we'll have to play well the whole season and hopefully turn over some good results.
And I believe training starts proper next week. A lot of work to be done.
Yeah, there's obviously, I think a lot of the guys have been working hard during the close season on their personal sprints and working in the gym and whatnot. So I think a lot of them have got a bit of base fitness there. So we'll just have to build on that and get them ready for the first 15s game.
And have you been set a target by the executive board?
Definitely not. I don't know if George has, but I haven't. There's not been any targets mentioned to me. Obviously, I would like to finish at least in the top 2 and get promotion. But obviously, number 1 is what it's all about.